Now, with a radical equation, what you're going to need to do is to, if it's a square root, make sure the radical is by himself. And if he is, then what you do is just directly square both sides, because you eliminate a square root by squaring. So this gives me that 3x plus 4 equals 4. Or that 3x equals 0. Divide both sides by 3. X equals 0 divided by 3, which is just 0. I can perform a check, which says if x equals 0, is it true that the square root of 3 times 0 plus 4 is that equal to 4? Excuse me, 2. This is the square root of 4. Square root of 4 is equal to 2. 2 equals 2, and it checks. Now, if you look at this particular problem and dealing with a radical equation, what you notice is the radical isn't by itself, so you need to remove the 2 to the other side. So this then says that the square root of 12 minus 2x equals x minus 2. Now I can go ahead and just square both sides because the radical is alone, realizing that what this guy really is x minus 2 times x minus 2. So be very careful. It's not x squared minus 4 or x squared plus 4. So this gives me a 12 minus 2x equals x squared minus 4x plus 4. Take everything to the same side, 0 on the other because it's a quadratic. So 0 is x squared, add 2x, minus 2x, subtract 12, minus 8. And then we hope it factors, and it does. So 0 equals, this is x minus 4, x plus 2, so that x is positive 4, and x is negative 2. So I need to perform a check on these two. Suppose x is 4. Now I always go back to the original problem, because somewhere along the line I could have moved, say, from that step to this one and made an error. So the answer that I got is perfectly correct for the answer I worked, but it was not the problem. So go back to the original problem. Is it true that 2 plus the square root of 12 minus 2 times 4, is that equal to 4? Well, this is 2 plus the square root of 12 minus 8, which is 2 plus the square root of 4, which is 2 plus square root of 4 is 2, or 4, and it checks. Is it true that if x equals negative 2, that 2 plus the square root of 12 minus 2 times negative 2 equals negative 2? So that's a question. Well, left-hand side, 2 plus the square root of 12 plus 4, which is 2 plus the square root of 16, which, plus, yes, it is a plus, which is 2 plus 4, which is 6. They're not equal. So x equal negative 2 is not an answer. And it's not because it's negative, it doesn't satisfy the original equation. Now, had this been a minus instead of a plus, that would have been the case. And that's what I looked at initially. So the answer is no, we only have one answer, and that's x equal 4.